Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. If you have not already subscribed to my channel, please do subscribe to my channel. Today's topic is about solving a problem and validating slash testing results. Now, why is this topic important? Till now, I have made many videos wherein I have taken a problem and solved and showed step by step how to get to results. But in this video, we will do that one, and also I will show you how to validate your results. Because whenever you take a problem, what you do is you make certain assumptions that your data will be in certain fashion, and then you solve and you get the result. But it is not often the case, especially when you have lot of data quality issues. And also problems can arise when the business requirements are not clear. Now let's look into our example and then let's talk about our problem in here. In here I have variable mhstdat and I have a string, and in this string we have two delimiters. Now let's look into this line where I have un space mar space 2023, and we have other lines also where we have delimiters like backward slash, and then we also have delimiters like underscore, or we have delimiters like slash. So what we are trying to do in here is we want to pull this particular string in the end which has the year value, and the result should show something like this, wherein it pulls this particular string, and then we also have a dash followed by 03. This 03 is from the value of mar, and then we are going to change it into 03. So basically this is a month, and we are concatenating the year value from here followed by a dash and 03. And in case if we don't have a proper value in here for month, in here it is UNK. So what will happen is we will have 2019 only, because this is the value we have in here. And if you look into the next particular observation, what again is happening is we are pulling 2023, that is the last 4 digits, and then followed by a dash, and then we are mapping the value of May to 05. Now there is a one difference in here. If you look into observation in here, I have 2022 and I don't have any other thing in the string, and also I don't have any delimiter. In this particular scenario, I should see 2022 only. Now, how do we design a solution for this? Designing a solution for this is pretty simple. But before designing a solution, let's think in a stepwise fashion how we can write solution for this in plain English. Now, first what I want to do is pull the last 4 numbers. That is what I have written. Pull last 4 numbers. This could be our first step. And then pull this middle word and then format it so that if it is MAR, it should come to 03. If it is JN, that is January, it should come to 01. And only if the month is valid, it should convert into that particular number like 01, 02, 03. But if it is not a valid month, then it should go to null. And also when we map this middle value to null, it should also not have any separator added. Say for example in here this UNK will be mapped to null. We don't see any separator in here. Now we have discussed about how to solve this in step-by-step fashion. Now let us try to do the same in our code. In here what I am really doing in the first step is I am doing a proc format, and what I am saying is if the value is Jan, then it should be mapped to 01 till December equal to 12. And important thing here to remember is if I have any other value, it should be mapped to missing. Now I am going to use this proc format in the step 2 which I have discussed, but let's see how to do this 3 steps in our code. So pulling last 4 numbers can be done by using a function known as scan, and what here I am saying is scan variable name followed by my second argument as -1, and in the third argument I am giving what all the delimiters it could be. And in here I am saying underscore, backward slash, space, and also dash. And in here I have used -1. What does that mean is scan from right side, and when it hits a delimiter, pull this particular number. So this solves our first step. In the second step, what I am trying to do is pull the middle three values and then format it as per the month it is. But let's see how we can first pull the middle numbers. So if you start, we can do again the scan function, and we can say to pick up the second word, and that's what I have written in here, scan. And also I am upcasing my variable name so that the value comes as Jan, Feb and all those things in the upcase. So when I use scan, and then second argument is 2 and the third argument is a delimiter, what it is going to do is it is going to pick this a middle value. Now once we have pulled this particular word, I need to format it. I can do with the help of put function in here, and whatever the value I get from the scan function in here, what I really want to do here is I want to apply this particular format, that is $mon_num dot. Once I apply that format, it will convert as the value is. Whenever it is mar, it converts into 03. Whenever it is UNK or anything, it falls into other bucket and it will have a missing value. Now I have done my first step, I have also done my second step. Third step is I need to use a catx function with a dash as separator, and then whatever I get in my first step, I am concatenating it with the second step. This will yield the result as I have shown you in here. The important point to remember here is catx function is smart. Say if we have a null value in our second step, that is when we are pulling the value of month and mapping it to 01, 02, 03, if it is going to be null, then it will not add any dash to it, and then it will just have the result from first step. And now that we have discussed all of this, all we simply need to do is we need to discuss about an example and then put all of this code into our data step to get our result. Before doing anything, let us first run our proc format and see what happens in here. It says that proc format has been output. I have already run it previously. That is why it is also saying that it is already there on the library work.formats. Now once I have run the proc format, let's also run our data step in which I am creating the sample data in here. Now let me quickly run this. Here we have our sample data in here. Now let us put all together. What I am trying to do in the next data step is I am using this data in here, and then what I am going to do is I am using that data in my set statement, and what also I am going to do is this particular piece of code where it pulls last 4 numbers I have placed in here, which is going to pull middle 3 values and format it in here. And then what I am doing is I am concatenating both of these with the help of catx function, and also I am giving my delimiter as dash. Now let us quickly run this. And another important point to remember here is I have given a length statement as $20 in here. Now let us quickly run this and see. In the result you can see that whenever we have a value in here, what it is going to do is it is going to take this value, add a dash and 03. Whenever we do not have a valid value in here, it is just going to pull the value from here and it is not going to add dash and in here whenever we did not had anything, it is just going to put this value. So this seems like we are able to solve our problem, and then the solution is as expected. Now in this case we have taken data which is clean and there are no mistakes we have done in this proc format while typing. Now what we will do is we will create proc format in which we have some issue. In this case I am writing October equal to 19, and then also our data has lot of errors, like here I don't have any number, here it is a very large number, and here it is very small number. And also if you look into something in here, it is 1999 and 2088. These results or these tests were conducted from 2017 to 2023. So this 1999 and 2088 are also not right. So we have quite a few data issues, starting from having a very large number to other things. To see what are the things which we are not expecting, how to catch them. Let's quickly run our proc format which I have created in here, and then once the proc format is created, what I really wanted to do is I also want to run this data step followed by new variable which we are creating in another step, and then the final data set here we have is T1. Now after running this, and if you look into the result, you can see that our data is not very clean. Here I have MAR-03, and in here I have 20197, and also here I have 20 as the number. So this is what I'm really not expecting, and these are errors in our data. Let us see how we can catch them. First let's look into our basic data, and then what are the result we are expecting. Our basic data is something like this, and our result should have 4 numbers followed by a dash, 03, and in the case if it doesn't have anything related to month, we should have just 4 digits. 4 digits or 4 digits followed by dash, then 2 digits. So we need to catch first whether we have this particular pattern. Pattern matching is generally done with the help of regular expressions, and this will be our first test. And in the first test we will be doing pattern matching, and we will be taking the help of regular expressions, and one of the function in the regular expression is PRX match. And in here I am saying if PRX match, this particular pattern, if it is not found in this variable, I am saying not found because I am saying equal to 0. So if it is not there, then do an output to me. And now let us talk about the pattern. In here I have /d. /d in regular expressions means digit. And in here in curly brackets I have 4 means 4 digits. So I should have 4 digits, and also I should have dash and 2 digits, and in here I am having question mark. The question mark indicates that whatever I have in the bracket could be there or it could not be there, and it is fine if it is not there. And in here I am also having two symbols. The first one is this up arrow symbol, this is starting point, and in here I am having a dollar symbol and it is end point. From starting to end I should have this pattern, that is what it indicates. And in here I am having slash and another slash, which indicates that whatever patterns I can write in here. And what this is going to do is whenever this pattern is not there, it is going to give me an output. Now let me quickly run this and see our result. And in the result you can see that we have caught all the patterns where there are issues. In here you can see that when the number is longer, it is able to catch. When the number is shorter, it is able to catch. And also it is able to find this particular value wherein it is not the right pattern. Now that we are able to write the first test wherein we are talking about pattern matching issue, and then we were able to solve it. Now let us talk about second test where I want to see whether the years which we have derived is between 2017 and 2023 or not. How I am going to do this is the result which I have got. What I will be doing is I will be pulling this and changing it into the number and then seeing that value is between 2017 and 2023. In here, to solve this, I have done quite a few steps. The first one is I am looking into those observations where the length of newly created variable is either 4 or 7. And what I am also doing is I am doing a substring on this newly created variable starting from 1 to 4. Means I am pulling this particular value, and then also I am doing an input function and converting it into a number. By doing that, I can compare with the values like 2017 and 2023. Here I am saying that the value should be greater than equal to 2017 and less than equal to 2023. And what this is doing is it is finding all those values which are between 2017 and 2023. But what also I have done is, as I am interested in those records where I don't want these ones, I have used not. Means show me all those records where it is not between 2017 and 2023. Now let's quickly run our code and see our result. And now once I run this, I will see that I have records which are there which I am not expecting, that is 2088 and 1999. So substringing and then doing an input and also putting a not condition so that I find those records which doesn't fall into this category, I'm able to find it. Now we are done with second scenario or second test case. Now let us talk about the third test which I want to do. The third test is I want to check my months. Here if you see our result, we want something like this 2024 or 2023-03. So whenever we have month, the length should be 7. So I have said if the length equal to 7, then what I want to do is from the newly created variable, start pulling from here to here, that is starting from 6th position and then pull to the length of 2 and then convert this into number by using input function. And then what I want to see is whether it falls between 1 and 12. So I have written greater than equal to 1 and then less than equal to 12, and I have written a not condition pretty much similar to what I have done before. And what this will do is when the length is 7, it will check into my month numbers and it will capture when my month number is not between 1 and 7. Very similar logic to what I have done in here, but in here I am looking for months. Now let me quickly run through this and see our result. And here you can see that we have captured here the month is not right and it is 19. And then what we can do is we can combine all of these tests in one step, and then what I can do is I can catch all the issues. Here I have test 1, test 2 and test 3, all of this code in one data step, and here I have written or. And what this does is whatever the records qualify for test 1, those will be captured, whatever qualify for test 2 will be captured, and also for test 3 those records also will be captured. In this way what we are doing is we are putting all our test cases in one data step, and then we are capturing all those records wherein we had issue with the data. Now let us quickly run this and see our result. Here you can see the result, and in the result you can see that we have captured many scenarios in here. Now here I would like to tell a couple of points before wrapping up this topic. I came up with this few test cases randomly just to show you that whenever you write code, it is also important to test your results. And in here, there could be many more test cases which you can think of, but this is what I came up with. And also, I want to say that here the issue was there with data. Sometimes it could be issue with your own code. So by testing your results, you can capture them very easily. And that's all for this topic. If you like this topic, please give it a thumbs up, share and subscribe. Thank you.